Welcome to the book review. Grant Cardone TV brings you book review every Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I review a book. Today, I'm reviewing Chapter 10 because I promised, when you bought the book, I promised to review all 13 chapters of the book. We're on Chapter 10 today of Be Obsessed or Be Average. Hey, folks, whatever it is you want to be successful with in your life, whatever pieces and parts, verticals in your life that you want to be successful with, either you be obsessed or you be average. BOBA. It's the BOBA thing, man. Where's my BOBA hat? We got any BOBA hats in the house? I need a BOBA hat. Be obsessed or be average. I just had a gentleman in here today. We were talking about CRMs, and I'm like, look, the difference is if you're not obsessed, be obsessed with that CRM. You're going to be average with it. If you're not obsessed with Google search, you're going to be average with it. Whatever it is in life, whatever piece or part in life that you want to be great at, either be obsessed or be average. It's not about be great or be average. It's get all in, get immersed in the Kool-Aid, shoot it in your veins, become addicted to it. That's the basis of this book. In Chapter 10, I'm talking about be obsessed with building an obsessed team. This is a question that's been asked me, like people that come visit our offices in Miami. If you're ever in Miami, come visit us. You will see 55 and growing of people that are obsessed, okay? Even the people that aren't obsessed here, and Robert's on with me right here. Robert's in the background. Robert Sislow, the video genius, who, by the way, is obsessed with video. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yeah, obsessed with it.
Always has been, and that's what makes him a genius. Okay? The genius, the food for the genius is being obsessed. Okay? It literally wakes up the genius. It's like Magic Grow. You remember that there was a I forget what it was. Magic Grow.
Miracle Grow.
Miracle Grow, dude. Miracle Grow for lawns. How do you know that, man?
I know everything.
I love Miracle Grow.
Well, I don't know everything. But
Miracle Grow, hey, if you spray it on your grass, it makes the grass. If you spray it on the petunias, it makes the petunias pop. If you spray it on the poinsettia, it brings it back to life, okay? Be obsessed is Miracle Grow to the genius in you. If you just would spray your genius, by the way, everybody has a genius in you, but it requires permission. You have to be obsessed, like all in, addicted, crazy, fanatical about your team. You're not going to get a fanatical, obsessed, crazy team. And by the way, I'm going to tell you a little something behind the scenes that nobody knows. I wrote this book knowing that this problem at an executive level, the founder, the CEO, the owner, is an obsessed person that is most frustrated, not with how much or how little money he makes or she makes. They're mostly frustrated with everybody below them not being obsessed like them. And that's why I wrote the book, because I knew it would get the crazies. The crazy CEO, the all-in, the fanatical, the obsessed CEO that's like, my biggest frustration is my wife's not on board, the kids aren't on board, what's wrong with everybody around me? Why am I the only freak? So the book gives you permission. Now, in this chapter, I'm talking about recruiting. I'm talking about building a team of obsessed people. The number one question asked of me today when I do conferences, see all my 10X Growth Conference badges here. I'm ready. I'm going. I bought my own ticket. Okay? I'm obsessed. See, now I'll wear these for the next 80 days because I'm obsessed with making this conference the best conference, building the best team. Who's on my team already? How do you get great, man? You build a team. Brad Lee, Jack Giacontelli, Bobby Castro, Tom Cummings, Kevin Harrington, Frank Kern, Tim Story, Danielle Delgado, Lewis Howes, Andy Frisilla, Grant Cardone, Elena Cardone, Jared Glant, Jamie Shanks, and I'm working on Eric Thomas, Gary Vaynerchuk, Tim Grover, Gloria Mayfield Banks, Damon John, and Mike Alden. That's just some of the lists that I'm working on. How do you do it? You become obsessed with building a team. All right. So look, we're in chapter 10. We're on page 161. If you got your book cracked open, this is about building an obsessed team. Some of the most successful people I've ever met in my life, if I boiled them down, Larry Van Tuyl, Warren Buffett, okay, Howard Tenenbaum. If I some of these guys that I know that are doing great things, what did they do? Some of the best organizations, what did they do? They recruited for great people. Amway recruited for great people. New Skin recruited for great people. How do you build a great business? You recruit for great people and you get a bunch of freaking crazies, obsessed, all in fanatics on board with you. Maybe that's what Donald Trump's going to do. I don't know if he's going to pull it off or not. But I know this, if he recruits obsessed people and then is not willing to get rid of those that can't be obsessed, he will not build an obsessed team. Larry Van Tile, a guy I met when I was 30 years old, just sold his company for $4 billion. Every time I would meet Larry, he tried to recruit me to work for the company. Every time I went to sell Larry, Larry tried to sell me to come to work for him. Everybody Larry met, if I was talking to Larry and he met a new person, he would turn his attention to that person and figure out, can I recruit that guy? Constantly. The number one thing this dude did was recruit people. Constantly looking to build his team out. Larry never said to me something that is said to me every day. I can't find good people. I can't find good people, Grant. I can't find good people. It's like the guy, I can't find any good women in Miami. The woman says, I can't find any good guys in Miami, okay? You guys keep saying that, man, you'll never find anybody because that's what you're going to see. You're going to see what you believe you're going to see. You want people on your team that will do anything, to see your success through no matter what, that will jump off a building for you, that will run through walls for you and believe they can fly because of you. I don't need to believe in me. I need people around me that believe in me more than I believe in myself. I need customers that believe in me more than I believe in me. And then one day I'll be like, damn, I'm believing in me a little more than I was believing in me yesterday. You want people on your team that will do anything for you. This is long past show up early, stay late. I want people that will do anything for me. Jump off buildings, run through walls, and believe they can fly because of you. You need to make the obsessed mindset a part of your business culture from the top down. I'm going to have JJ, Rocco Giacontelli, runs a $1.5 billion company, is going to be talking at the 10X Growth Con about that topic. How do you build a culture? I'll be showing you how we built a culture here. How do you build a culture of fanatics and crazies? How do you get beyond the one-man show on page 163? That's what I'm talking about in this entire chapter. Might be one of the most important chapters in the book. How do you build a team of fanatics? How do you roll with turnover? How do you reward performance? How do you find the best? How do you stop whining and bitching and moaning and groaning? Oh, the payroll. The payroll is so big. We're paying so much money out. Man, payroll is not a problem. I confront the whole payroll issue. Do you know 2/3 of all businesses in America have no employees? The guy that runs the business is so obsessed with staying small, he never grows. Payroll is not a problem. People don't cost money. Robert Sislo doesn't cost me money. I don't look at Robert's paycheck and say, oh, I'm paying Robert this much money this year. I got a salesman in there. I'm going to write a check for $250,000 at the end of the year for a bonus. $250,000. $250,000. I'm not going to look at that and say, he cost me $250,000. He didn't cost me $250,000. He made me money. So the CEO, the business owner, you have to be obsessed with growth, not expenses. With possibility, not the cost, okay? It doesn't cost you to grow. It costs you to stay small. You got to get beyond the one-man show. I say in here, I love this quote. It says, keep it small, keep expenses low. I used to think like this. Every day I woke up, keep it small, keep the expenses down, run a tight ship, have a big margin. I used to brag about my margins. Oh, I'm on 45% margins, okay? Bigger isn't always better, Grant. See, all these people had contaminated me like termites, crawled inside my head and contaminated me, chewing away at my cranium and my possibilities and my obsessions. And so what did I do? For 20 years, I kept it small. I kept expenses low. I ran a tight ship. I watched every nickel. Dude, I was so busy watching nickels, I couldn't make dollars. And bigger wasn't possible because I didn't believe it was better. Look, great employees are vital to your survival, okay? Obsessed employees People that can't wait to get here, that are excited about the mission. That's a different deal. Hiring is worth it, okay? Hiring is worth it. But look, you're hiring people from a broken planet. People are screwed up. Most people get their media, their opinions are formed out of tabloids. They make their decisions based on something they saw on CNN. They believed a guy couldn't win because the Times said they couldn't, or he couldn't. Most of the people get their information from the wrong places, okay? You have to inundate your people and yourself first, starting with yourself first with the right data. Stop whining about your payroll. A lot of people don't want the expense of paying employees. The truth is people do not cost money. Not growing your business costs money. Page 166. How do you find the best people? Are they on Monster.com? Are they on LinkedIn? I mean, I don't know where they are. Is it Robert Half? People are power. Your people are power, okay? I have a woman that works for me here. I know for sure she would jump off a building for me. I know Sherry would do anything for me. You have to get people around you. There's 7 billion people on this planet. I don't need 7 billion to work for me. I need 7 or 8 diehards that are crazies, and the rest will come, okay? I don't need 70 people that are crazies. I need 7 or 8, and I need to bring in other people to bring their game up, right? Your people are your power. If you don't surround yourself with the best, you don't create a culture in your company that is as obsessed with you or getting where you want to go. You're not extending your power. When you have weak people, if my power goes out 6 feet or 60 feet or 600 feet, and I have weak people surrounding me, what happens to the power? When power hits weak people, it brings them up a little bit. I end up with less power. Okay, now watch what happens. When I have power that goes out 60 feet and it hits people that are already obsessed, that power then starts magnifying, and I don't get diluted. I don't get drained. Do great things, and those who want to do great things will find you and want to work for you. You cannot be average yourself and attract great people. You can't have an average idea, small idea. Let's keep it small. You can attract great people, obsessed people, but you won't keep them because the rhythm has to grow, okay? I was doing a gig in Prague, and I was speaking to a group of entrepreneurs there, and the number one question was, how do I find good people? All right, well, have you attracted good people? Yes, I get them, we have them, and they leave. You know why? Because you didn't keep rippling out. I throw the rock in the pond. What happens? What is that called? Ripples. Ripple goes out, right? Now watch what happens. If the pond's this big and I throw a rock in it, it splashes the shore. So all the good guys end up outside the pond. They're like, I got to leave, man. The pond's too small. So you need a pond that keeps growing, getting bigger and bigger, so people may have more opportunities. So I can actually throw boulders in there that ripple and create other opportunities. Do great things, and those who want to do great things will find you and will want to work with you and will want to stay with you and will want to build more ripple effect, okay? Always be hiring. ABH. Page 169, always be hiring, not just when a position is open. Hey, you guys hiring? We're always hiring, man. Grant, you need any good salespeople? I already know you're the wrong person. A good salesperson would know I would always hire them. If you're good, if you're great, if you're obsessed, know that the company that you're looking to be hired by will always hire exceptional people. Exceptional people always have a door open for more exceptional people. Let the world know you're hiring. Should have a sign up. Should be on your page. Always be hiring. Always be looking. Always be recruiting. Your brand is your baby. Guard against letting any doubters in to contaminate it. So, I would never tell somebody I'm not growing. I'm not hiring. Of course I'm hiring. I'm ready to roll. Let's go, okay? I'm not trying to keep my payroll small. I'm trying to get it big. Bigger is better. Faster is better. Bigger and faster are like, you can't even beat that combination. Your brand is your baby. Guard against letting any doubters contaminate it, okay? Make sure the people around you are clear about your mission. Are you trying to grow? Or are you trying to stay small? Know what to look for. Willingness to do whatever it takes. That's what I'm looking for in people. Compliance to orders. First thing, willingness. Second thing is compliance. Can you comply to an order? 3, ability to see an order through without drama. Oh, I got it done, Grant. It was so much work. I did this and I did that and this had to happen. Dude, I don't need the drama, dude. Okay? Speed of movement. Okay? Look, if you play for the NFL, right, and you make this great pass, and then you spike the ball, and then you yell at the referee, and then you headbutt the competition, and you end up getting a penalty. You get a 40-yard advance that gets put back because of the drama. That's not a gain. So I need the ability to see an order through to catch the pass without the penalty, without the drama. 4, speed of movement. Speed of movement. Speed is the new big, by the way. Willingness to die for the cause. Hard to find all this. That's what I'm looking for in people, though. Possession of a book of business. This would be the ideal thing. By the way, I'd bypass the first 5. I'd give up the first 5 if I get number 6. Possession of a book of business of people that would buy my product from day one. You got those 6 ingredients? I'm hiring you. I don't care if we're in a monster recession. Are you looking for great people? Are you obsessed with great people? Are you hiring today? Are you looking, okay? By the way, your job's not to take care of people's confusions. Your job is to get people, to attract people, to bring people on that will solve your problems. My job is not to solve somebody else's problem. Their job is to solve my problems. If you're a CEO, an executive, administrator, a leader, department head, your job is not to solve your employees' problems. Their job is to solve your problems. And when you start creating this strong, obsessed, hard environment, by the way, our environment's very hard here. You got to roll with the turnover. Turnover is part of making a hard, strong, loyal, obsessed environment. If you're not willing to lose people, to let them go, to eject people, you can never have a bunch of people around you that will support you and see the task through no matter what it takes. That's what we're talking about in this chapter. Be obsessed with recruiting or be average. Be obsessed with great people or be average. Be obsessed with your culture or be average. This is your choice, folks, okay? Be obsessed. Now, I'm going to tell you on one last note. When we finished this book last year, you know, every book, what happens with every book is it bakes. It continues to permeate and work and cook inside of me. And so when I wrote this chapter, I'm like, man, am I actually getting people around the best people in the world? I only have so many messages. There's only so many things. I'm not an expert at everything. So one of the things that came out of this book, and there'll be a bunch of products that come out. You'll see a bunch of things come out as a result of me doing this book. Because books are written for me first. I write books for me first to figure out how do I grow my legacy. And then knowing if I solve my problem with a book, then I'm going to probably solve other people's problems, okay? This book, one of the products that's come out of this book is this 10X Growth Conference that I'm doing in March. This chapter really, really compelled me to like, man, can I help people build? Can I help bring a coalition of people together that can help companies really grow their businesses? I've complained for years about some of the events and seminars and conferences out there that they were too frou-frou and too rah-rah, and we're going to do this, and we're going to break arrows, and you know, I'm going to break boards, and we're going to get all inspired, and we're going to raise the music up loud, and everybody's going to get excited. But the truth is everybody goes back on Wednesday, and they don't have any skills transferred. So I'm doing an event. It's called the 10X Growth Con. Brad Lee, $50 million a year in business. Bobby Castro, $60 million last year in business. Company was evaluated at $600 million. Jack Giacontelli, $1.5 billion last year in business. Tom Cummings, $168 million in business last year, gave $75 million to charity. Dude, how strong is that? Kevin Harrington from Shark Tanks. Frank Kern, wizard at the Interneta and direct marketing. Tim Story worked with Oprah. Unbelievable dude. Danielle Delgado, premier coach. Lewis Howes, School of Greatness. Andy Frisella. Okay, Grant Cardone, Elena Cardone, Jared Glant, Jamie Shanks from LinkedIn. And I'm working on a whole bunch of other people to bring to this. This is going to be the #1 premier conference of 2017, and you don't want to miss it, all right? 10xgrowthcon.com. 10X Growth Con. Con stands for conference, short for conference. I want you there. I want you in Miami, okay? There's 4 levels of tickets, $1,500, $3,000. $3,000 gets you access to all the speakers on the list. There's $10,000 ticket.
$515.
$10,000 ticket. There's going to be about 50 of us have dinner at my place. 50 of us probably going to go on a yacht one night. Not sure about the second night. We're doing 2 nights for sure for this super VIP status. And then the fourth status is $15,000. You get a ticket, super premier VIP 10X access, and a lifetime of Cardone University, which is a $20,000 product. And you get the whole thing for $15,000. Okay. This event will sell out, folks. I'm obsessed with it. Anything I get obsessed with, the guy told me a few minutes ago, he's like, dude, when you get obsessed, everything goes right. And that's what's going to happen for the 10X Growth Conference. I want to get you around the best minds in the business. I'm looking for some more women to speak there. We should have as many as 20 speakers there over 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's at the Diplomat Hotel. I just wrote him a check for almost $450,000. I want you there. I want you there. I'm going to get some great minds, some great business people there. I want you there. We're going to be talking about hiring, creating culture, keeping people, pushing people. How far do you go with people so that you can build the obsessed culture that you deserve to have? Be obsessed or be average. Quit thinking little, start thinking large, and get other people around you that can think bigger than even you think. Thanks for joining me today on Book Review. Next Tuesday, every Tuesday, we do a book review. When I finish this book, I'm going to be reviewing other people's books. God bless. Be great. Be obsessed.